Are the Golden State Warriors about to make the biggest splash of the season? Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could bring a generational talent to the Bay Area. With the championship window closing for some of our stars, could this be the move that elevates the Warriors back to the top? Stay tuned as we dive into the details. And make sure to subscribe and hit that like button so you never miss an update on the Warriors. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding the Golden State Warriors, there's a lot to unpack, especially with the tantalizing prospect of Giannis Antetokounmpo possibly joining our ranks. The Milwaukee Bucks are struggling at 5-9, and the whispers of a potential roster shakeup are getting louder. What if the Warriors could land the two-time MVP? Now, that's a thought that gets any fan excited. The proposed trade has the Bucks receiving Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, Brandon Podziemski, Lindy Waters, and a couple of first-round picks. Meanwhile, the Warriors would welcome the Greek Freak into their lineup. It's a bold move, but one that could redefine the Warriors' future, especially as we look to maximize the remaining championship window for Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Let's be real. Wiggins has been a critical piece for us, and while it would be tough to see him go, Giannis is a generational talent. He brings a level of dominance that can elevate our team to new heights. Pairing him with Curry could create a dynamic offensive juggernaut that few teams could contend with. Imagine the floor spacing, the open shots for shooters like Moses Moody and Buddy Hield, and a relentless transition game led by Giannis. This could be a game changer. However, as fans, we have to weigh the emotional cost of such a trade. Wiggins has been an integral part of our success, especially during the 2022 championship run. Losing him would sting, but are we willing to risk it all for the chance to land a player like Giannis? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Giannis could be the final piece that solidifies our dynasty. On the other, the chemistry and camaraderie we've built with our current roster are invaluable. The young talent we'd be sending to Milwaukee has shown promise, but would they flourish under the pressure of a rebuilding team? Podziemski and Kuminga have great upside, but will they ever reach their full potential in a market that isn't as forgiving as Golden State? Would the Bucks find their new franchise cornerstone in Podziemski? These are questions that keep me up at night. Moreover, the inclusion of those two first-round draft picks adds another layer of intrigue. They offer the Bucks a safety net to rebuild, which could be critical if they decide to part ways with Giannis. But again, we have to ask ourselves, are we okay with potentially sacrificing our future for a championship run right now? It's a classic case of short-term gain versus long-term vision. And let's not forget the strategic implications of bringing Giannis into the fold. His ability to attract double teams will open up space for our shooters, not to mention how he can dominate in transition. Steve Kerr is a mastermind, and I have no doubt he could devise a game plan that maximizes Giannis' strengths while minimizing the concerns about his perimeter shooting. As passionate fans of the Warriors, we have the right to feel a whirlwind of emotions about this potential trade. Are we ready to give up some of our beloved players for the chance to add a superstar like Giannis? It's a tough pill to swallow, but the thought of a Curry-Giannis duo is undeniably exciting. So, what do you think, Warriors fans? Would this trade be a slam dunk for our squad, or are we risking too much? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. Let's debate this in the comments below. Share your expectations, your frustrations, and your wildest dreams for this team. There's been a lot of chatter lately about the Miami Heat and their potential trade involving Jimmy Butler. And I have to say, it's hard not to dive into the implications for us Golden State Warriors fans. With the Heat sitting at a shaky 6-7 this season, this could be the moment they start exploring options to retool their roster. The idea of Butler being on the move is intriguing, to say the least. Now picture this. A three-team trade proposal has emerged where the Warriors would land Butler, while sending a trio of talents: Jonathan Kuminga, DeAnthony Melton, and Andrew Wiggins. along with a treasure trove of draft picks to Miami. That's a bold move, one that could shake things up in the league. Butler, even at 35, still possesses the ability to take over a game and could complement our core in a way that might just reignite our championship aspirations. But let's be honest, his injury history is a major concern and could lead to more questions than answers down the line. I can't help but feel torn about this potential trade. On one hand, bringing in a player of Butler's caliber could give us the edge we need. But on the other, trading away young talent and future picks could have long-term repercussions. With Kuminga showing flashes of brilliance and Wiggins being a critical part of our defense, are we really ready to part with him? I mean, how do we balance the now with the future? This trade proposal, as fascinating as it is, raises a lot of questions for me. Is it the right move for the Warriors? I can see the allure of having Butler lead the charge alongside Steph and Clay, but is it worth the gamble? The reality is our championship window isn't going to last forever, and we need to maximize every opportunity we have. But does that mean sacrificing our depth and future potential? Let's talk about Bam Adebayo for a second. He's a phenomenal player, but he's not the type to carry a team single-handedly to a title. If the Heat do pull the trigger on this deal, it could signal a shift in their strategy, focusing more on rebuilding rather than contending. For us Warriors fans, that could mean a more competitive Eastern Conference, especially if the Heat find a way to regroup around new young talents. Tyler Herro's development is another wild card in this situation. If Miami can keep him and build around a new foundation post-Butler, they could surprise us all. But what does that mean for us? It certainly puts pressure on our front office to make smart decisions moving forward. I genuinely want to hear what you guys think about all of this. Do you believe this trade proposal is the best path forward for the Warriors? Personally, I'm a bit divided. There's no denying Butler's talent, but are we willing to risk our future for a shot at a title now? It's a tough call, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. So, Warriors fans, what's your take? Are you for or against pursuing Jimmy Butler? How do you feel about potentially giving up our promising young players? Let's get that conversation going in the comments. I really want to hear your expectations and frustrations. And remember, if you enjoyed this discussion and want to stay updated on all things Golden State Warriors, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with fellow fans. And if you want to keep up with every update, activate the notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Let's keep the Warriors spirit alive and thriving. And I'll see you in the next video.